What's up, Dog Pound Nation? We're bringing that fire straight out of Cleveland because our Browns are making serious waves. Today, we're diving headfirst into the story that's heating up the hearts of the Dog Pound, veteran quarterback. Joe Flacco just opened up about rookie Shedeur Sanders and the vibe in the Browns QB room. You ready for this? Let's go. This video is packed with hot takes and that raw energy only Cleveland Browns fans truly get. If you eat, sleep, and breathe Browns football, then you already know 2025 is shaping up to be one wild ride. Our the quarterback room is basically a soap opera right now. Joe Flacco, the Super Bowl champ, back to prove he's still got it. Kenny Pickett, fresh off that trade with the Eagles. Dillon Gabriel, our third-round pick. And of course, Shedeur Sanders, the rookie who surprisingly fell to the 5th round in the 2025 draft, but came in bringing major heat, even impressing Flacco himself. So grab a cold one, sink into the couch, and let's talk ball. This is hotter than a tailgate outside First Energy Stadium. Let's start with our guy, Joe Flacco. The man's a living legend, right? At 40 years old, he's entering his 18th season in the NFL and still proving he's more than just a seasoned vet. Super Bowl winner with the Ravens, Super Bowl MVP, and in 2023 he gave the Browns a playoff push with a 4-1 record as the starter. That's no joke, but 2025 is a whole new chapter. Flacco's back in Cleveland on a one-year deal worth $4.25 million, potentially up to $13 million with incentives. He's in the mix for that QB1 spot, but he's not alone. And the coolest part? He's embracing the competition, especially with the young guys like Shedeur Sanders. During the last OTA, Flacco dropped a gem about Shedeur that's got everyone talking. He said, "Them and I'm putting it in our kind of language. Shedeur's been great, man. He's a lot of fun in the meetings. There've been times he made me laugh out loud in the room, and that's what I love. He's young, learning the game, but bringing a great vibe. I probably almost played against his dad, and now I'm playing with him." You can feel the respect, right, Dog Pound? Flacco sees something in Shedeur, and that's a big deal. But before we go deeper into the rookie story, I gotta ask you, how do you feel about Flacco coming back to lead this team? Still got that elite arm, or is it time to let the young guns take over? Drop your takes in the comments. We know Browns fans don't hold back. Now let's talk about the guy stealing the spotlight, Shedeur Sanders. This kid is different. Straight out of Colorado, where he played under his legendary dad, Deion Primetime Sanders. Everyone expected Shedeur to be a first-round pick in the 2025 draft, but he fell to the 5th, pick 144, and the Browns didn't hesitate to snatch him up. And despite that slide, Shedeur's coming in with confidence that's pure fire. At rookie minicamp, he sent a message to Browns Nation. "I'm not here to prove anyone wrong. I'm here to prove that I'm right." That's the kind of fire Cleveland loves. He's wearing number 12, a number with weight, and showing. He's not here to mess around, but it's not just attitude. Shedeur's got serious talent, sharp field vision, a strong arm, and a knack for escaping the pocket that brings back flashes of his dad in his prime. What's got us even more hyped? The chemistry between him and Flacco. At OTAs, Shedeur's been splitting reps with Flacco, Pickett, and Gabriel, and he's clicking. Flacco even joked about their age gap, saying he almost played against Deion Sanders, who retired in 2005, just 3 years before Flacco entered the league. Imagine that, Flacco at 40, Shedeur at 23, chopping it up in the meeting room. It's like grandpa and grandson, but with mutual respect that's making this QB room straight up electric. So what do you think, Dog Pound? Does Shedeur have what it takes to be the future of the Browns? Or should he sit back and learn from Flacco a bit before taking the reins? Sound off in the comments. 'Cause we know Cleveland fans never sit on the fence. All right, let's talk about the real drama going down in Cleveland. The battle for QB1. The Browns have built a quarterback room that feels more like a reality show, with 4 guys going head-to-head for the starting spot. Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, and Sanders. And yeah, Deshaun Watson is still in the mix, but with that Achilles injury, he's probably out for the entire 2025 season. So the real fight is between those 4, and it's heating up fast. Flacco, as we mentioned, is the betting favorite with plus 116 odds to start week 1, according to FanDuel Sportsbook. But Kenny Pickett, who came over in that trade with the Eagles, is right behind at plus 220. Gabriel, a third-round pick, is expected to get some games in, and Shedeur, currently QB3 or QB4, is hungry to prove himself. ESPN insider Mike Clay projected Gabriel to have 5 starts and 205 yards, while Shedeur is projected for 4 starts and 925 yards. But let's be real, Dog Pound, since when do we trust projections? This is Cleveland, we make it happen on the field. And here's the kicker. Flacco isn't here to play the mentor role. He wants to start. In a recent interview, he said, "I'm not just here to teach the young guys. I play football. The best way to mentor is by showing how it's done. And I hope they learn from that." That's the Flacco we know. He's got that fire in his eyes, ready to prove he can still lead the Browns to something special. But Shedeur's not backing down either. He said he's loving the chance to share a QB room with Flacco, and even admitted on Kay Adams's show that he had a "wow, I'm really on the same team as Joe Flacco" moment. That shows the respect he has for the veteran, but also the confidence that he can rise to the challenge. And Gabriel? The guy's a Heisman finalist, drafted ahead of Shedeur, and he's already getting second-team reps. This competition feels like an episode of Survivor, y'all. So, Dog Pound, who do you think takes it? Flacco, the Super Bowl champ? Pickett, the former Steelers starter? Gabriel, the hyped third-rounder? Or Shedeur, the rookie with legendary blood? Drop your takes in the comments because I know the Dog Pound has some hot opinions. One thing that's clear, despite the competition, the Browns' QB room has great vibes. Shedeur said on Kay Adams's show, "Everyone's cool in the room. Outside people try to pit us against each other, but inside, we're a team." That's music to our ears, right? The last thing we need is off-field drama. We've had enough of that in Cleveland. It's time to focus on wins. Flacco's also helping keep the energy positive. He said Shedeur is a lot of fun, and even admitted they've had some laughs during meetings. Imagine that, Flacco, Mr. Serious, cracking up because of Shedeur. That kind of fresh energy might be exactly what this team needs to flip the script in 2025 after a brutal 3-win season in 2024. And here's a funny one. Flacco joked he almost played against Deion Sanders, Shedeur's dad, who retired in 2005. Shedeur was just 6 years old when Flacco entered the NFL in 2008. Total time warp, right? But that connection is building mutual respect, and that might just be the secret weapon in our QB room. So what do y'all think about this chemistry, Dog Pound? Can this mix of vet and rookie spark something special in Cleveland? Or are we still missing that it factor on offense? Drop your thoughts, because I know you're just as hyped as I am. Now let's talk about something that's still fresh on everyone's mind. Shedeur Sanders' draft slide. Man, this guy was projected as a top 5 pick. Some even said QB1 in the class. But come draft day, he slid and slid all the way to the 5th round, pick 144. That felt like a punch to the gut for a lot of people, especially Shedeur and Deion. There was even a moment during the draft when Deion and Shedeur, watching together, threw some shade at the Browns. Shedeur said to his dad, "They've got Joe Flacco," and Deion, classic as ever, replied, "Flacco's my age." Sure, Deion was joking. He's 57, 17 years older than Flacco, but it was clear they weren't thrilled at first. But here's the badass part. Shedeur turned that frustration into fuel. He said, "I didn't expect that, but everything happens for a reason. It just gives me more fire to prove myself." And now that he's in Cleveland, he seems to be embracing the opportunity. The Browns saw value in him, even in the 5th round, and now he's out to prove the other 31 teams wrong. So what do you think, Browns fans? Was Shedeur's draft slide unfair, or was it the wake-up call he needed to come in even hungrier? And did the Browns make the right call by drafting both him and Gabriel? Let us know, because I know the Dog Pound is watching every move. What's at stake here is the future of our Cleveland Browns. The 2024 season was rough, just 3 wins, and Watson's injury left us hanging. But 2025 feels like a fresh start. Flacco brings experience, Shedeur brings energy, Gabriel brings Heisman hype, and Pickett wants to prove he can still be QB1. It's like the Avengers, on offense. But there are still questions. Can Flacco make it through a full season at 40? Can Shedeur go from QB3 to starter? Will Gabriel or Pickett surprise everyone? And most importantly, will this QB room battle push the Browns back into the playoffs like 2023 with Flacco? Cleveland lives and breathes football, and the Dog Pound deserves a team that fights to the end. So, Browns Nation, I want to hear from you. Who's your pick for QB1 in Week 1? Flacco, the vet with that championship arm? Shedeur, the fired-up rookie? Or will Gabriel or Pickett steal the spotlight? And what are your hopes for the 2025 Browns? Playoffs, Super Bowl, or just a year to rebuild? Sound off in the comments. We're in this together. That's it for now, y'all. The Cleveland Browns have a QB room full of talent and drama, and Flacco and Shedeur are giving us hope that 2025 could finally be our year. We've got experience, youth, talent, and most of all, that passion only the Dog Pound truly gets. So let's make some noise. Like the video, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and share this with your fellow Browns fans, because together, we're taking this team to the top. Thanks for watching. And as always, go Browns. Catch y'all next time, Dog Pound.